Now, after waiting over a month now, I've had the Steam Deck with me the entire time. Then the one I have is actually the 512 GB special. You know, the one with the special case and the anti-glare glass and stuff. That one. Or you can take the thing outside and see it just well. So, it's amazing. I love this thing. This thing is a dream come true for me. A big dream come true. I remember I was first trying to order this last year. You know, I was just sitting there just waiting. I just got back from work. I didn't even take a nap. I like had my hands on the refresh button over and over again. You know, and when it happened, I finally got it. And I was almost in the cart just for $5 reservation. $5. No matter how many times I refreshed, but no matter what I do, it just took forever. It took an hour and a half for my order to get through. An hour and a half. And because of that, I was able to be on the second quarter, which is pretty much April through June of 2022. So I was there and I was waiting, and I was seeing YouTubers who I even got my order in before they did, because I was watching them as I was doing it at the same time, and they got there before I did. Like, yo, that's messed up. But then again, that's what happens when you're an influencer, right? You get yours first, despite you waiting. Let it go. Let it go. So it was pretty much towards near the middle of June is when I got the email for me to do the final payments, you know, shipping and handling and all that stuff, the full payment, which I did. And then finally around, it was June 29th. Yeah, that's right, towards the end of June, these people wait, I had to wait that long. Well, actually not that long, I finally ordered it, is when I finally got it. It was during June 29th. It finally came in, I opened it up. It's beautiful. Like I said, I got the 512G one, and I asked myself, when I get this thing, what will I do on it? What will it be made for? Will I just play Steam games, emulation games? And I decided I'm going to do both. So that's why a while later, next paycheck, I got myself a 1 terabyte Sims card, SD card, whatever. And then I also got me a big power bank. A power bank that can last 12 hours. Yes, 12 hours of a power bank. So I got those two, and I started downloading ROMs. That's the first thing I did. Well, of course, I was the Steam Summer Sale as well. I did as well when I got this. I was doing the Steam Summer Sale. So I bought a couple of games on the Steam Summer Sale. I got Sonic Forces. I got Titanfall 2. Some Toho games. Oblivion, because I never really played Oblivion before. I have all the Bioshocks. Fallouts 3 through 4 in New Vegas. Prototypes 1 and 2, and of course, Sonic Forces. These are all the games I have so far on my Steam Deck. So pretty much a total of 17 games in total. So not a lot of games as most people have, only because I wanted it to be mostly for emulation. Ever since I was like out of high school and I discovered emulators, I've always wanted a good PC to have emulation on. But the best thing my PC could do really is play at max emulation is some PS2 games. Because I have two Surface Pros, pretty much, a 3 and 4, and I mostly use them for drawing, reading, of course, manga and anime and stuff. And they're easy to carry around. I always like the light laptops. I never had a heavy, big laptop. It's sort of this MacBook Air, but even then, it's not like the regular MacBook. So there's that. So now, with that being said, I had my Sims card, and I downloaded all the emulators I could. And I actually downloaded on a site where I downloaded them. They were going too fast. I was like, wow, I don't remember emulators being downloading that fast. But I was happy. But when I did that, it's freaking none of the ROMs work. None of the ISOs would work. Because some reason when they only download the ISO, I didn't extract them like I usually do in the past. So I should have caught on to that. So all the entire time I wasted for nothing. which was ridiculous. So there was that. Now, I had to re-download the PS2 ROMs, which takes forever, by the way, especially if you don't have that much of good internet. The PS3 ROMs only took forever because any site you go on to get PS3 ROMs, you have to wait about an hour to download the next one, and then the next one, and stuff like that. And it's not even ROMs, it's mostly files and stuff. Then I download Game Boy games as well. Game Boy games, PlayStation 1 games, and I haven't downloaded Xbox games yet. I'm waiting on that. Look up for Xbox and Xbox 360. I would like to play Gears of War on this thing and stuff. So that being said, this is what you do. Pretty much, this thing right here has a way where you can get into push power, and you can go into your switch to desktop mode. And this is where you do your configuration and all your putting in all your ROMs and stuff. So pretty much all I did was I downloaded Deck, and then I downloaded all the emulators. All the emulators are already set up there for you for PS2, Game Boy, Switch, Wii U, 3DS. That's right, we got all of them on here, baby. And you just download them. And Enum Deck will take you there. And then when you go to back to Steam game, you can pretty much have all your emulators automatically downloaded right here. You see, all your emulators already on here, from Xbox to Switch to PS3 to PS2 to PSP. You know, you have them all of them. Even the ones I didn't download, they download them for you and stuff. Now, I use Emulation Station mainly for my PSP and my PS2 games. I tried using my PS3, wasn't working out for me, but you don't need to. But the thing about this is that all the configuration is already set up for you. It's already set up. You don't have to go into any settings or anything like that, especially for PS2 and below. You just download your games into it, make sure you have your PS2 BIOS, and then it works well. It plays like a charm. Game Boy games as well plays like a charm. Of course, it's easy with Game Boy games. You need to play Game Boy games on your phone. Same thing with the PSP games. I used to have the PSP emulator on my phone too, until I feel like I don't want to do this, so I switched back, just playing on this. PSP is easy as well to do. Then with PS2, make sure you have your BIOS as well. Just put your BIOS in and it works like a charm. Now, with PS3 and above is when things get challenging. Most of the PS3 games will work. They will work. I'm playing Infamous. I'm playing Sonic Unleashed. I'm playing, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I'm playing the Ratchet Collection, Jack Collection, Anarchy Reigns, Deadpool. All them games I had on the PS3. Now, with PS3, however, it's probably around that generation and up, is where you have to do configurations on it. Make sure you have your firmware, make sure you have your files in the right area, and where you can also import your DLC, your add-ons, your patches and stuff. Make sure you do that. Now, for the PS3, I had to use the RPC 3 in order to actually do the PS3 games. Now, PS3 games do work very well on here as well. However, I must warn you, when you do use PS3 games on here, you probably will have to do some configuration. For instance, I was playing Infamous 1 so far, and it was pretty much, everything was working well. Everything works well. But the sound for some reason lags. It doesn't go for Infamous 2, but does for Infamous 1. No matter what I did, the sound will always lag. But I can still play it. I just don't put my headphones in because the sound is annoying as heck. So luckily, you don't need any sound missions in order to play Infamous. Now, there's two Spider-Man games I've always wanted to play on this thing. Ultimate Spider-Man for the PS2, and Spider-Man Web of the Shadows for the PS3. I downloaded Ultimate Spider-Man for the PS2, Special Edition, which is great, and it plays well. It plays amazingly. No hiccups, nothing like that. Of course, all PS2 emulator games work well on it. Now, I tried doing Web Shadows, and it wouldn't let me get past the Start New Game screen. And I thought, is need to do some configuration. Nope. I went on some forums, and it turns out it's just a bad file. So if you want to play Spider-Man Web Shadows on the emulator, so far nothing's come up. Everyone's saying the same thing. Everyone can't get past the thing. You just have bad files. And that's not your fault. Now, one last tip I want to give for the PS3 and PS2 emulators is this. If you're playing like a PS2 collection for the PS3, like Jack, Sly, and stuff, I recommend you play on. I recommend that you play on. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. That you play on the PS2 emulator. So if you have the Ratchet, you want to play Ratchet games, like old Ratchet games, don't get the collection. Just download the ones from the PS2. It'll take a while, but it'll be worth it in the end because they'll play smoother. Yes, they still play good on the PS3. However, I realize when you're in certain areas, they be big or small, it will sometimes just lag a little. It doesn't stop or crash, it just lags, and it just takes the fun out of the game. Like, come on, man, hurry up. So you get kind of bored. So you want to play Jack games, Sly games, and even Ratchet games, play them on the PS2 emulators. Trust me, you'll have a better time if you did. They have no hiccups, no lag, none of that. It plays very well. So enjoy it there. Now, that being said, when I was playing the regular Steam games I downloaded from Steam library, such as Prototype 1 and 2, for some reason there are some games, whether they have the question mark or they don't know if they work well, is you have to do some changing towards the laptop, the game buttons. For instance, when I was playing Prototype right here, I had to, it wouldn't work. None of the buttons worked, no matter what I did. And then I realized I had to go on the button pad and switch to joystick on that. Like, okay, then the game starts working well. No problems or hiccups there. Now, same thing happened with Prototype 2. I had to change the analog sticks. For some reason, it kept doing it as if I was playing as mouse and keyboard. And I couldn't stand that. That was so annoying. So I switched to joystick. Now, when I downloaded Bioshock Infinite, I didn't realize that it's not working for the thing. I was on Bioshock Infinite and it had the X right there. If you want, you can see it. It had that right there, and that means it won't play. I'm like, I didn't realize it when I downloaded it, so I had to undownload it. So even though I tried to do the same thing I did with Prototype, it didn't work. It didn't work because it's just for some reason it won't work. So it's still under development. So sooner or later, Valve or whoever is going to fix it, and then you can play Bioshock Infinite on your thing. Or unless you download the PS3 version, then you won't have any trouble. Download PS3 version Bioshock Infinite. There you go. Problem solved. So you can do it right there. I actually might do that, but then again, I already have Bioshock Infinite on the other thing, so it's not really a main game I want to play. I've been playing Bioshock a lot. I'll try some new games. So that being said, there are games I want to play like Honkai Impact Third. However, it only works unless you have Windows. If you don't have Windows, it's not going to work. Besides that, I don't think anything else I want to talk about. One last tip. If you have an SD card and you already download all your games onto it, and you put it on there, you already formatted it so that you can play your games onto the thing. I have all my emulators onto the Steam Deck itself, but all the Steam games I downloaded, I have on the SD card. I have a very good SD card, so therefore the game still plays smoothly. So that being said, if you want to have good, if you want to download, more ROMs and stuff, I recommend you get another SD card that has another USB SD card stick. So therefore, a USB-C SD card stick. So that way, when you download the games on a USB SD card stick, you stick it in to the port here, and then you just transfer the games on. Instead of you taking your SD card. The SD card I have is down in here. As you can see, it's down in here. I'm not taking it out. If you do, you have to reformat it, and my Steam games are on here, and that would suck. So overall, this thing still has some problems. The battery life sucks. It is true, the battery life does suck. If you're playing a Steam game, you can figure that to make the battery life last longer. But however, it will have poor frame rates and, well, okay frame rates and not good graphics. The graphics will be up to par. If you care so much for graphics, that is. For instance, I was playing Bioshock 2, which was one of the first games I was playing on here. And pretty much when I was playing on, normal performance, it was an hour and 30 minutes of battery life. Yeah. But when I went to the profile settings to set up for a battery saver, it gave me 3 hours of battery life. Not bad. Of course, the frame rates were below average and stuff, but it was still playable and understandable. And the graphics weren't up to par. But you still could play the game very well. So it's up to you. But however, that's why you gotta get yourself a very strong battery bank. You have a very strong battery bank, plug that sucker in, and it works just fine. You can even go on Google to look for good battery banks for the Steam Deck. And they'll give you a nice list for them. Go to Amazon, save on your list, and collect the money to go get it. So there is that. So that's all I got for this, man. I love this thing. This thing is a dream come true. It is an emulator dream come true. I love it so much. I can't wait for the updates and all the other things that they're going to do for it to make it better and stuff. It's going to be amazing when they finish this thing off. It's going to be nice. Can't wait. So anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope for those who are still waiting on theirs, just save up your money. Make sure it's there at all times. So when you get that email, you just pay it off. Don't even worry about it. Just wait for it to come in. And it will come in too within a week's time. And enjoy your powerful Steam Deck. And this thing's being the Switch, by the way. You can play Switch games on this thing. Just saying. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon for more videos. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.